Hey everyone, I'm Jason with Gear Talk, and probably the question I get asked the most is which alcohol stove should I get? So I thought it might be helpful to make a short series of videos to help people answer that question. Now, with the thousands of designs of alcohol stoves out there, it's pretty difficult to decide. I mean, there's literally every shape and size and design and configuration you can imagine. So it looks like it's confusing, but it's really not. The problem most people make is they start here instead of here. What I mean is, you need to consider which type of pot you'll be using before you can decide on which alcohol stove is going to work best for you. So, for example, once you've decided to use an alcohol stove, are you going to be using it with a tall, narrow pot like this Snow Peak 600, or with a wider, flatter pot like this anti-gravity gear pot? This makes a big difference, and today in the first of the series of the video, what I'm going to show you is the main thing you need to consider is the flame pattern that an alcohol stove puts out and how that's going to work with your pot. Let me show you what I mean. As a general rule of thumb, stoves that have their jets on the side, like the Super Cat, are going to put out a wider flame, and they're going to be better suited to wider pots. Conversely, stoves that have holes on the top, like this Mini Bowl Designs Atomic, are going to put out a narrower flame that's better for narrow pots. So that's a good general rule of thumb in deciding. Literally, the shape of your pot can help dictate the general style of stove that you get. Now let's watch what happens when I take the stoves and pots and mix them up. I've switched the pots, and as you can see, the Mini Bowl Designs Atomic, the narrow flame stove, still works pretty well in a wider pot, so you could probably get away with that. However, look at the flame on the narrow pot with the wide flame pattern. Most of the heat is running up the side, it's wasting a lot of fuel, it's not really efficiently heating up the bottom of the pot, and that's really not what you want. So this doesn't work, this would probably work. But in general, just stick to the narrow, wide rule. That's just one tip on how to choose the right alcohol stove for you. There are others, so please stay tuned and watch the rest in my series.